Most money were to pay the debts that you ran up during the year. It was used once a year or so for, I'm talking about for goods and services, not for financial transactions by traders using silver among themselves. So the problem is, it's very nice to, you harvest the grain, you bring it into the threshing floor, but what happens when the harvest fails? That's something that a kind of question that economists stutter about. It's something that if you mention that to someone like Paul Krugman, he's going to just, what do you mean they can't pay? They get confused. Well, if you can't pay, we're back at the problem that I mentioned at the beginning. Think of what happened when England went into India after England conquered, the British East India Company, I should say, conquered England. Much of India was run before under certainly the Islamic North, and there was credit way down through Islam, and the rulers realized that if the crops failed, you couldn't reduce the population to bondage, because then there wouldn't be anyone to do the work anymore, right? Or they'd all leave. Certainly they couldn't be in the army anymore because they'd be bond servants. Well, that was exactly the problem that the Babylonians felt and the Sumerians felt. You wanted a population to be free on the land. Freedom meant being able to produce your own means of support. And so the Sumerian rulers, the Babylonian rulers, and all of the neighboring countries had similar debt cancellations that say, well, either there was a drought, and if there's a drought, then debts don't have to be paid. That's in Hammurabi's laws, as well as his debt cancellation proclamations. If the storm god Adad floods the land, don't have to pay. And whenever there was a military conflict that sort of devastated the land, or called the cultivators away, the debts wouldn't be paid, because you didn't want the population to be in bondage. And the flip side of that is you didn't want the result of bondage to be a creditor class emerging with its own economic power.